We begin with a dramatic incident in the North Sea off the UK, where a cargo ship has collided with a tanker carrying aviation fuel, causing both vessels to explode into flames. Medics assessed 36 people on the scene. None required hospital treatment, but the scale of the environmental impact is yet to be determined. Let's take you through what we know so far this morning. The collision came when a cargo ship, the Solong, ran into a tanker chartered by the US military, the Stena Immaculate, which was sitting at anchor off the East Yorkshire coast. Other ships in the area responded to the incident and more than 30 casualties were brought ashore shortly afterwards. It happened about 10 miles, about 16 k's off the coast during what's been described as foggy conditions. The website Marine Traffic, which monitors ships moving around the globe, captured the moment the two ships collided. The Coast Guard alerted vessels in the area to the incident, warning that the Stena was carrying fuel which had caught fire.
Solong has collided with tanker Stena Immaculate in the outer anchorage. Both vessels are abandoning. Vessels who have firefighting equipment or who can assist with search and rescue, contact Humber Coast Guard on channel 16. Vessel Stena Immaculate is carrying Jet A1 fuel which is on fire and in the water. Request vessels remain at a safe distance.
Well, Greg Mylan has more now.
When you see those pictures of that, the intensity of that fire, it's probably explained a little bit by what we're learning now about both of those vessels and what they were carrying. The company that manages that oil tanker, the Stena Immaculate, had said it was carrying 130,000 barrels of Jet A1 fuel. And that some of that had lost into the sea as a result of the impact rupturing one of the fuel tanks. Now we now know, one of the cargo tanks, we now know that ship was on a short-term contract to the US military. It was the Department of Defense has confirmed it was providing fuel for Navy ships, US Navy ships. That's the work it was doing. We understand it was waiting for the low tide to pass before continuing its journey on into the Humber estuary. The cargo ship, which was the one that ran into the oil tanker, that was carrying, according to Lloyd's of London, 15 containers of sodium cyanide. That was amongst its cargo. So it shows you what they're dealing with out there and the complexities of dealing with a fire of that intensity 10 miles off the coast in the middle of the North Sea. That work goes on. All the more remarkable then, you would think, looking at those images and that fire, that it seems that everyone who was aboard those two ships has been accounted for. The 23 on that tanker, all safe and accounted for. The 14 on the cargo ship, similarly, all accounted for. They were fortunate in many ways. There was a vessel out there that is used to take crew out to some of the wind farms. That was there and able to bring many of those people ashore. A pilot vessel from ABP, which runs the port here, that was there, brought another significant number ashore, another pilot vessel. So there were vessels we saw responding on that satellite tracker so quickly to get to the scene of that incident and bring those involved ashore. And it seems with no loss of life at this stage. So that's those two parts of this. There is, of course, the question of the pollution, the environmental impact, and the investigation into how this could possibly have happened.